This country witnessed something truly historic today, a highly emotional and dramatic hearing with the fate of Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh hanging in the balance. We heard for the first time from the woman who has accused Judge Kavanaugh of sexual assault when they were in high school. Dr. Christine Blasey Ford testifying under oath, saying she was terrified to come forward, that she and her husband and children have had to move several times because of death threats. Tonight, she describes what she says Judge Kavanaugh did to her decades ago, with Kavanaugh's friend in the room. And she described what she said was her most searing memory, Kavanaugh and his friend and their laughter as it was allegedly playing out. Then sometime later, a furious Judge Kavanaugh entering the room, firing back, saying this never happened, holding back tears, calling this confirmation process, quote, a national disgrace, telling the senators that as he prayed with his daughter Liza, she suggested praying for the woman too. He was pressed repeatedly today here in the Capitol. Why not allow the FBI to reopen his background check to clear his name? How he answered right here tonight. And outside that room, the country watching today at schools, on airplanes, even on the New York City subway. One Democratic senator calling Dr. Ford today a profile in courage. Later, a key Republican defending Kavanaugh, saying this isn't a job interview, this is hell. And President Trump just moments ago tweeting, Judge Kavanaugh showed America exactly why I nominated him. His testimony was powerful, honest, riveting. Democrats' search and destroy strategy is disgraceful. This process has been a total sham. The Senate must vote. ABC's Terry Moran leading us off tonight with Dr. Ford, who this country saw and heard for the first time here today.
Before a packed hearing room in an extraordinary time, she raised her right hand and swore to tell the truth.
My name is Christine Blasey Ford.
After days of partisan wrangling and fierce debate, the floor was now hers.
I am here today not because I want to be. I am terrified. I am here because I believe it is my civic duty to tell you what happened to me while Brett Kavanaugh and I were in high school.
In her own voice, Dr. Ford telling the senators that Judge Brett Kavanaugh and his friend Mark Judge sexually assaulted her when they were teenagers at a small gathering of high school students.
Early in the evening, I went up a very narrow set of stairs leading from the living room to a second floor to use the restroom. When I got to the top of the stairs, I was pushed from behind into a bedroom across from the bathroom. I couldn't see who pushed me. Brett and Mark came into the bedroom and locked the door behind them. I was pushed onto the bed, and Brett got on top of me. He began running his hands over my body and grinding into me. I yelled, hoping that someone downstairs might hear me, and I tried to get away from him, but his weight was heavy. I believed he was going to rape me. I tried to yell for help. When I did, Brett put his hand over my mouth to stop me from yelling. This is what terrified me the most and has had the most lasting impact on my life. It was hard for me to breathe, and I thought that Brett was accidentally going to kill me. Both Brett and Mark were drunkenly laughing during the attack. They seemed to be having a very good time. Mark came over and jumped on the bed twice while Brett was on top of me. And the last time that he did this, we toppled over and Brett was no longer on top of me. I was able to get up and run out of the room. Directly across from the bedroom was a small bathroom. I ran inside the bathroom and locked the door. I waited until I heard Brett and Mark leave the bedroom, laughing, and loudly walk down the narrow stairway, pinballing off the walls on the way down.
Dr. Ford says she ran from the house and never spoke of what happened there for years.
I was too afraid and ashamed to tell anyone these details. I did not want to tell my parents that I, at age 15, was in a house without any parents present, drinking beer with boys. I convinced myself that because Brett did not rape me, I should just move on and just pretend that it didn't happen.
Dr. Ford says in the days since she went public, she's faced death threats and such constant harassment that she's had to move her children.
I have been accused of acting out of partisan political motives. Those who say that do not know me. I am an independent person and I am no one's pawn.
Dr. Ford testified that after the assault, she struggled in school, in forming new friendships, in her relationships with boys.
What is the strongest memory you have? The strongest memory of the incident, something that you cannot forget?
The laughter, the uproarious laughter between the two, and they're having fun at my expense.
You've never forgotten that laughter. You've never forgotten them laughing at you.
They were laughing with each other.
And you were the object of the laughter?
I was, underneath one of them while the two laughed. Two friends having a really good time with one another.
Before the hearing, Republicans were suggesting that perhaps Dr. Ford was mistaken about just who attacked her. Today, Democrats asked her again and again.
What you are telling us is this could not be a case of mistaken identity.
Absolutely not.
And is it possible that you would mix them up with somebody else?
No, it is not.
With what degree of certainty do you believe Brett Kavanaugh assaulted you?
100%.
Republicans asked no questions. They delegated their time to a veteran Arizona sex crimes prosecutor, Rachel Mitchell. She did not question whether Dr. Ford had been assaulted, but she did ask why none of the other students Dr. Ford says were at the party have said they remember it.
Are you aware that they say that they have no memory or knowledge of such a party?
Yes.
Dr. Ford revealed her allegations to her local congresswoman in July, but her story didn't become public until about 2 weeks ago. Republicans are furious with Democrats over this. Dr. Ford took and passed a lie detector test. The prosecutor wanted to know more.
Did you pay for the polygraph yourself?
I don't think so.
I believe you said it hasn't been paid for yet. Is that correct?
Let me put an end to this mystery. Her lawyers have paid for her polygraph.
As Republicans just sat there in silence, Democrats heaped praise on the witness as she held back tears.
You are a true profile in courage.
You have inspired and you have enlightened men in America to listen respectfully to women survivors and men who have survived sexual attack.
And when it was over, a gracious moment from Republican Chairman Chuck Grassley.
But I thank you very much for your testimony, more importantly, for your bravery coming out and trying to answer our questions as best you could remember.
And Terry Moran joins us live tonight. And Terry, now that she has testified, what does Dr. Ford want next here?
David, she wants more investigation. She wants an FBI investigation. She's confident that would provide corroborating evidence for her story. She wants not just to be listened to like so many millions of women, but to be heard and her charges taken seriously. David?
But Terry, just to confirm, it would be the president who would have to call for that FBI background check to be reopened.
That's right. And so far, he doesn't want to, and neither do the Republicans. And Judge Kavanaugh said would not go along with that either. They're afraid of the delay.
Terry Moran leading us off tonight. Terry, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.